Hey, just wanted to reach out to you real quick. I know you expressed some interest in the Shred 10 and what it's about, so I wanted to give you as brief a summary as I possibly can. It's called a Shred 10, but it's not about like shredding 10 pounds. What it really is, it's taking 10 days to shred bad habits and eliminate some habits and kind of get into new habits of healthier living. It's like a kickstart. It is like a catalyst to healthier living. What happens is that when you go through this program for 10 days, you're kind of off and running. 10 days is enough to kind of detox off your old habits, literally detox toxins and sugar addictions and stuff like that, and get on this pathway to healthier eating. So basically, I want to talk just for a quick second about the detox and the importance of detox, because people hear the word detox, but they don't really understand why it's important. Basically, there's all these toxins, whether it's from the environment, where we live in such a toxic environment, and also a lot of the foods we eat are just, all this processed, packaged foods. They have so many chemicals. Even the produce that we eat is chemically treated and stuff like that. So what happens is if you picture in your body that you have all these toxins and stuff in there, what happens is your body knows that's a foreign substance and it wants to shield especially your vital organs from those toxins. So it kind of enrobes those toxins and kind of like enrobes them in fat, okay, to protect them. So it kind of uses like fat as a layer between toxins and organs. Okay, so your body wants to hold on to fat when it has a lot of toxins in it. So what happens is when you flush out the toxins, a great side effect is that you flush out a lot of that fat that your body's holding on to. I find especially around my waistline and kind of my midsection, that's where I hold on to more weight. And that I especially see in a shred. I see that starts to go away almost immediately within a couple days. I start to lose that abdominal weight that I hold on to. The other cool thing is once those toxins are gone, you lose the rebound effect that often happens with weight loss, because if you go through a weight loss program and you're losing the inches and the pounds, but you have those toxins that are still in there, as soon as you start eating again, your body just takes those toxins and it wants to shield them again with fat, right? So it's like you don't really make progress, you rebound back. So when you do a detox, you kind of take out the rebound effect. So that's the importance of the detox. Anyway, Shred 10. So 10 days of healthy whole food eating. Let me give you a basic summary, and I can also send you, oh my gosh, there's so much support and information that I can send you. But basically, you're trying to focus on whole foods for 10 days. And what that means is you're trying to eliminate a lot of the processed stuff. So whole food meaning real food. So you're talking, fruits, vegetables, grains are fine. They're with the exception of gluten. So what we're doing is we're eliminating gluten as well for 10 days. And the reason for that isn't because gluten is bad. It's because gluten is very inflammatory. It has a very inflammatory basically effect on your body. So no gluten for 10 days, but you are allowed to eat things like grains like rice, and you can have like baked potatoes, it's not a no carb thing. That's very important because carbs are very important. They're fuel for your body. So it's not a no carb, but it is a no gluten for 10 days. So what you're doing is you're eliminating the gluten, like I talked about, dairy, again, because it's inflammatory. This is just for 10 days. Caffeine, as much as you can. Sometimes I'll give myself a little bit of a cup of coffee, but really a lot of the things that have caffeine in them often have a lot of toxins in them too, like your coffee. So we're trying to kick that for 10 days. No alcohol for 10 days as well. And I already talked about eliminating the processed foods and any kind of basically refined sugar. So mostly like your white sugar, that's what we talk about is being refined. Any kind of natural sugar is okay. So you can sweeten with things like honey, maple syrup. I use like a coconut palm sugar. So it's not that it's not the calories that are so bad, because we're not counting calories by any means. But what we're doing is we're taking out the refined sugars because they're extremely addictive. So the more of those refined sugars that you take in, the more you're gonna crave sugar. So we wanna kind of kill that addiction and cut that off at the knees. Also, the other thing you're going to eliminate is any artificial sweeteners, because they are actually just as bad, if not worse, than your refined sugars, because they're also extremely addictive. And when your body, even though it's taking in 0 calories with them, it sees them as sugar and then it wants more sugar. Okay, so we're going to kill those for 10 days as well. And we're also going to basically, you're going to see in the guidelines no eating after 6 p.m., but I don't want you to freak out about that, because I kind of freaked out about that at first. 6 p.m. is not a magic time, but what we really want you to do is have a full period of 10 to 12 hours of rest between the last time you eat and when you eat again the next day, okay? So if like after I do a lot of exercise classes at night and I'm starving when I get home, so I'll eat up until like 8 o'clock, but then I'll rest a full 12 hours before I eat again. I'll try 10 to 12 hours, 10 at the minimum, okay? So that's kind of to give your body this chance to recover and heal overnight. Okay, what are you adding to your diet besides all those great whole foods? You are adding exercise on most days as much as you possibly can, as much sleep as you can possibly get. And I love the sleep part because when you're like, you're going, boy, I can't eat anymore tonight. What am I going to do? Oh, I'll just go to bed. So it actually gets you more in the habit of going to sleep early. And the other critical thing you need to add are these capsules that are whole foods. It's 30 fruits and vegetables powdered down in capsule form. I can give you more information on them. It's a critical part of the shred because every day it's flooding your body with this whole food, better than organic, vine ripened, best of the best produce every single day. It's just basically giving you the spectrum, and it's super easy. It doesn't get any easier. It's in capsule form, or as my family takes it, in gummy form because they're super yummy, but they do not have any added sugars. They're actually sweetened with tapioca syrup. So anyway, so you're gonna add those capsules or gummies to your diet every day, and you're also gonna add complete shakes. And complete shakes are just a whole food shake. They actually, the reason they're so important every day is because by taking 2 of these each day, you are getting 25 whole foods each time you take them and nothing else. There's no crap, it's no supplements, it's not anything man-made, it's all just whole food. So you're eating 2 of those shakes every day, and I continue with those shakes after the shred too because they really keep me on a good system. So that's an overview. I will give you more information. Let me know what questions you have. Thanks.